Hey guys, another quick video. I just got done watching Brendan's post on karma, and it just it's just when I feel moved to speak, then I do. Karma is something that makes sense to me. For me, it's not a belief. I take it for granted. It makes sense to me. Okay, the idea of karma, that we somehow reap what we sow. Maybe not directly linear the way that a plot in a story would go, but that in some fashion or another, what we do, it comes, what we set loose, what we let loose in our lives returns. And I'm thinking about Jeff too, but I just wanted to offer some, I guess, words of support and simpatico with you, Brendan, and anyone else that might be feeling your words. Because, and I'm going to speak about myself in doing it because that's the best way I can relate to you, Brendan, okay? Karma is something that I have been facing and in my life for a long time. And in my 30s, I resolved to just be willing to face what it is I let loose. Um, as far as I consciously know, the last time that I sought to take advantage of anyone, I was 27 years old. That was 30 years ago. Won't tell the story because it's not so much that it's embarrassing. It's just it's one of those stupid things where basically it's like you see you can get something out of someone if you play them, and you do. And then when you get what it is you wanted, it wasn't nearly worth the thought. The thought of what you wanted was much better than the actual goal. And so what I'm saying is, I know that in my life, as a young person, when I've consciously taken advantage of people, which I have, we all have, I've had three opportunities to later in life make amends and to atone for that directly with the people that I hurt. And I can't tell you how liberating of an experience that is to be able to atone and apologize, number one. Number two, to have it accepted. And then number three, in one of those cases, to find out that what you thought you had done, you hadn't. That it was actually what had happened was it was one of those things where we go through life experiences to learn things, okay? And sometimes you do it with others. You get thrown in situations and you make the best of it. So I could tell by Brendan, by your video, that your heart is heavy and that you are really being a true human being by facing up to whatever it is that you've let loose in your relationship, and that you're willing to and ready to pay for it. All I want to say, man, is that to me is just the measure of a true uh, dynamic, giant human being, the type of person that I can love and respect, man. Whatever happens to you, you're going to be all right. Whether or not you do have to suffer for a long time as a result of losing money or whatever, or just getting through the depression, it sounds to me like you've stopped the destruction that you were letting loose before. And that will come around. You'll see the result of that eventually. You will. I'm going to talk about myself one more time because that's again how I can make sense of this. I am a good person. I have been more of a nice angel than a bad person in my life. But I acknowledge when I have been shitty to people, when I've been in situations where I look to take advantage, when I was a drug dealer. Some of this stuff has to do with that. When you're doing drugs and making fast money, your judgment is compromised. And I accept any karma that I still have to pay off, because you don't know. It's not linear. It's not direct. That's the other reason why I can sleep comfortably and live with the words that I say and deal with the things that are people try to do to me now, because when people come at me now with some new negative shit, it's like, I ain't done nothing to you. So I don't know where this is coming from. And you'll get yours. Not from me. You'll get what you put out. You don't have to believe this stuff. It's not about belief, people. Some of y'all just take a minute to examine your lives. Take a look at how you've gone about your business, and take a look at how things go in your life. You're responsible for it. You are. The good, the bad, the in-between. I don't know this, but I do know it from experience, my own life experience. We let loose energy and we reap it. So, another quick aside, that is why I will continue to bitch about our world leaders and about rich people and about people who think they know what's going on because of traditional thinking. You don't know shit. And especially people who want to tell others what to do when you don't even see the stink of your own shit. I'll always talk about y'all motherfuckers, and there's a lot of you, and most of the people on television and running game, running things, that's who you people are, Brendan, it's going to be okay. All right. The lesson that I've learned that I'm sharing with you, as the things that I know that I was doing that was sowing bad seeds, I stopped a long time ago. And things have been getting better. Even when things are bad, things have always been getting better, still getting better, even on bad days. Like Chris was noticing that I got through my funk. The funk left. It's not up to me. It's not about something being wrong. It's a cycle. I recognize it, thank God. Just like this planet is in a cycle. Another quick aside. I listen to NPR every day, but Tom Ashcroft is pissing me off on Point. I really have enjoyed that show, but he makes me fucking sick. Because his point of view, he takes that traditional point of view that mankind is somehow in charge, that we have things figured out, and that we know the lay of the land, and we don't. And he was talking about, just let me get this out, Brendan. He was today talking about where scientists are saying how we're probably looking at drought conditions for maybe the next, could be in 100 years. And he's acting all flabbergasted. How could this be? As though somehow we knew, we had it all figured out, and that something is wrong because wasn't in our plan. That just really riles me, because this notion that man walks around like we've got it figured out, like we're so self-important, I just innately know is bullshit. It's unrealistic. Even though we've evolved from being slime on a rock, when you take the focus back out to a larger perspective and look at the picture, that's all we are still, is slime on a rock. But we have this idea that we're so much more, and that's why we're in this catastrophe that we're in, this global economy, which smart people said all along, don't do it. Don't do the euro. Catastrophe's coming. Here it is. Talk about karma, huh? So, Brendan, to get back to you, because that was you're on my mind. I want to just send you some love, some support, and whatever happens, man, understand that even if more horrible things happen, that's because they're supposed to. And you'll be all right, even if you're not all right. Just like whatever Jeff does, he's going to be all right. And I'm glad that I know better than to wring my hands. I know better. Let him do his thing, people. I do have the advantage of being, I could have a master's in psych with all of my experience and school. I have a complete disdain for school and those papers. They mean shit to me. But I have the knowledge as well as the experience. And so I'm telling you, from great experience, y'all can just relax, and just let Jeff do his thing. If you stop and think about it, this cry wolf is part of what's going on. Look at it again. Look at it more closely. Brendan, be strong.